let's look at how to configure the two most used depreciation methods in Business Central, so straight line and declining balance. So, and I will do this by creating new fixed assets. So let's go to the list of fixed assets and select new. And the first example is a forklift truck. Now, you can of course use your own examples if you want. The fixed asset class is tangible, and then the subclass is vehicles in this case. All right. Now let's have a look at the depreciation book fast. The depreciation book code is company, so that's fine. The posting group is vehicles, that's also fine. And then the depreciation method for this first example is straight line. Now in my experience, the most frequently used method. And straight line means, as you probably know, that each period we will have the same depreciation amount. Now, very important is the depreciation starting date, because you should know that Business Central calculates depreciations by day. So, and this means that if I would enter the work date, which in my case is April 6, you will have 24 depreciation days in April, so not a full month. However, if you would like to depreciate April as a full month, then you can also very easily enter April 1st. Even when the purchase date is later, because maybe you only purchased this on April 6, you can still use a depreciation starting date, which is before the acquisition date. So that's perfectly possible. And that's the way that you should have Business Central depreciate the first month 30 days. So very important. Then you can enter the number of depreciation years, like for example 5. There you go. And the depreciation ending date is calculated automatically, as you can see here. So that's the first example. That's the straight line depreciation. Let's also make a second example. So I will create a new fixed asset. In this case, let's take, I don't know, a database server, so a computer. So again, the fixed asset class is tangible. And let's have a look at the subclasses. Let's take equipment. There we go. Depreciation book code is fine. Posting group code is fine. But now I will not use the straight line depreciation, but instead I will use declining balance 1 straight line. Now remember, declining balance 1 straight line means that Business Central will compare the declining balance depreciation with the straight line depreciation. And if the straight line depreciation is higher than the declining balance, it will switch to the straight line depreciation. All right. Okay, let's use this one. And then to configure the declining balance depreciation, I will have to use some additional fields. So I will click here on Add More Depreciation Books. So here you can already see the declining balance percentage, but I also need the straight line percentage. So what I will do is click here and select Personalize. Next, I will add a field. So then I will select one of the fields here in the lines section so that you have these fields that you can add. And like I just said, in this case, I will add straight line. And let's just put it in front of declining balance percentage. There we go. So now I can click on Done. And now I can configure my declining balance depreciation method. Okay, I will do this by entering again the depreciation starting date. So let's use April 1st again for this example. But now in this case, I will not enter the number of depreciation years, but I will enter these two percentages. And there's a very specific way in which you need to do this. Suppose that you normally would depreciate this computer on 5 years. That means a straight line percentage of 20. And then what you have to do is double the straight line percentage in the declining balance percentage. So here you must enter 40. And that's it. So this is how you can, or how you must configure the declining balance 1 straight line depreciation method. So now Business Central knows that declining balance is 40, and it can also compare this with a straight line percentage of 20.